Charlie, I always ask my guests a question at the end, and I always say, what advice do you have to that 20-year-old that's listening to us or watching us somewhere in the world? They're growing up in a different kind of world than I grew up. What do you tell people of that age when they're being bombarded with lots of different information? They're on a college campus where they're being pulled this way and that way, and yet they also can tune into shows like yours or ours and hear different points of view. What advice do you give them?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. Thank you for asking it. Two things, and I could go at length for a 20-year-old right now that I think is really important, which is try to ask yourself, what does it mean to live a good life? And do your best to do that. This is something that the Stoics would talk about. Instead of just wondering what the world should look like and good or bad, those are very important questions. You and I do it all the time. Be a good person. And that act will actually give you a deeper level of fulfillment. And that goes to the second thing, which is that discipline can actually give you a tremendous amount of freedom in your life. And the more disciplined you can be personally, the higher level of flourishing you can succeed to. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you should decide to wake up every single day at 6 a.m. Try to exercise every single day. I'm a big believer that motion is directly related to emotion. And so for young people out there, it's a tough environment with all the digital noise and all the disruption that this lockdown has caused because of the virus and our reaction to it. But I could go at length of the type of advice I would give, but I think that we need to be much more serious about what it means to create good people and stop making excuses about what might possibly get in your way to your level of flourishing and your level of success.